Let's get straight to the point. You're watching our report on the San Francisco football team. No matter where you are or how you're tuning in, we sincerely appreciate you including us in your schedule today. It's a pleasant Thursday, the first day of May. And as we begin a new month, I hope everyone is getting ready for an exciting upcoming weekend. We've got an interesting episode ahead. I want to talk about the top free agents still available that San Francisco might sign after the 2025 NFL Draft. Earlier this week, the team made a move in free agency. For those closely following the league, you probably noticed that several players signed contracts this week post-draft, which is significant because these signings don't affect the compensatory pick formula. There are still a few notable names remaining on the free agent list who are likely to sign in the coming months as training camps begin in July or early August. In San Francisco, the team addressed an urgent need earlier this week by signing offensive tackle DJ Humphre. This is a significant addition, especially considering the clear need for depth on the offensive line. The backup offensive tackle spot was a big question mark, particularly since no moves were made to strengthen it during the NFL draft. It was disappointing not to see any young tackles selected in this draft class. Humphreys, a longtime starter and former team captain, suffered an ACL injury in December 2023. His previous team released him, and he ended up signing with the Chiefs last year. Things didn't go smoothly. He played only 92 snaps and underperformed. Eventually, he was replaced by Joe Thuney, who stepped in as Humphreys struggled to protect the blind side. It was clear he wasn't in top form. Thuney, typically a reliable guard, had been moved to left tackle and held up decently until the Super Bowl, where his lack of adjustment became apparent. Humphreys is 31 years old and has spent a decade in the league. He was the 24th overall pick in the 2015 draft out of the University of Florida. In 2021, he made the Pro Bowl and spent his entire career with his previous team until the 2023 season. Many San Francisco fans likely recognize him, given his experience in the NFC West. He's mostly played left tackle in the NFL, only appearing at right tackle during his second year. If you're wondering whether he's meant to replace Colton McKivitz, who showed improvement after a tough season, I don't think that's the intention behind the signing. The team seems to value his playing style, production, and the fact that it's a low-cost addition. McKivitz is entering the final year of his contract, but Humphreys could be the much-needed backup tackle. So the question is, who do you think should start at right tackle? You could argue Humphreys is the third best offensive lineman when healthy, just behind Trent Williams and Dominic Pruney. Let us know what you think. The team did address the cornerback position during the draft, but Asante Samuel Jr. remains unsigned in free agency. This is puzzling, given that he's still young and highly productive. He also comes from NFL lineage. His father, Asante Samuel Sr., is a respected figure. Samuel Jr. had a strong start to his career after being picked in the second round of the 2021 draft out of Florida State. Before getting injured last year, he had recorded over 10 pass breakups in each of his first 3 seasons, 11 in each of the first 2 and 13 in his third year. Last season, he appeared in only 4 games due to a shoulder injury, which is a concern for a player at his position. Teams may be hesitant due to the re-injury risk. Still, considering his skill, pedigree, and age, it's surprising he hasn't signed in a rapidly evolving defensive market. He turns 26 on October 3rd and already has 6 career interceptions. If the team is considering shifting another player inside or holding someone out to evaluate Samuel in a central role, especially if they feel another isn't ready, he's definitely a name to consider. So far, he's played primarily on the outside. With another player's injury, which we'll discuss shortly, the defense becomes a clear priority. During free agency, the team added 2 players and drafted a hybrid defender out of college. A veteran defender selected to multiple All-Pro teams is nearing the end of his career, but is still believed to be capable of performing at a high level. Post-draft reports indicated that a second-year defender who had an impressive rookie campaign after being picked in the 4th round re-injured the same ACL that was surgically repaired in college in 2022. The injury happened in the final game of the season in the second quarter after a hit to the knee. While the team was optimistic, Postseason imaging revealed damage to the graft, requiring surgery. He isn't expected back at the start of the season and has stated he's aiming for a mid-season return. That's unfortunate, especially since he was projected to start alongside another player who will also miss time, should the team sign a veteran or perhaps acquire a player from another team. Personally, I lean toward the first option. One candidate has a strong track record and an impressive resume. Though his stats last year weren't eye-popping, he contributed with deflections and interceptions. He usually excels in coverage, though that wasn't always evident last year. It's worth noting that the team's defensive coordinator was fired after just one season. The defense struggled to generate quarterback pressure, ranking last in both sack rate and total sacks, and the secondary suffered as a result. For the first time in his career, this player was in a new defensive scheme. He admitted everything felt new, and he had trouble adjusting. Nonetheless, he has long been recognized as one of the best at his position. Adding him to the roster would significantly boost the defensive backfield. Over the last few years, he's continued to play high-level football. He's a traditional safety capable of making a wide range of plays. So yes, viable safety options are available if the team needs to reinforce that area due to injury. There's also a rotational defensive end and pass rusher in the later stages of his career, who fits well into the team's scheme. He spent time with different franchises last year and was moved due to another team's need for help with pass rushing after an injury. Across both teams, he tallied 9 sacks, 5.5 in 2023, with double-digit sacks the year prior, including 12.5 2 seasons ago. His quarterback pressure metrics are strong. While nearing the end of his career, he could still offer value, especially as the team has needs of both defensive end and tackle. A lot of fans have been asking about a particular player. What do you think? Would signing him make sense? Personally, I don't see much value in bringing in an aging running back with a serious injury history. He's faced significant setbacks, and it doesn't seem wise for the team to invest in him. I wanted to touch on this topic since it's been widely discussed on social media. If you're looking for a team jersey, there are plenty of great options available. We have a full collection in collaboration with a specialty store, including current and former players' jerseys, authentic and replica, in all sizes for men, women, and kids. It's worth checking out. There's also a wide range of t-shirts for all tastes and sizes. You'll find gear for both current and past players. Links are easily accessible so you can gear up for the upcoming season. As for the quarterback position, there's a player who stands out and differs from others previously mentioned. He's become a competent player after moving through several NFL teams. He's best used in the slot as he lacks top-end speed or range, but he brings physicality. He's a solid tackler, effective against the run, and built more like a safety. Though not known for elite coverage, he's made impactful plays throughout his career. He's a slot defender who can match up with tight ends, get physical with running backs, and blitz off the line. I appreciate the way he plays. His pass deflection numbers have been impressive in recent years, and his interception stats are solid as well. He recently spent time with a notable team. If the team wants to add depth to the offensive line, there are experienced and competent players still on the market. One of them is Dalton Risner. Before last season, he was a second-round pick by the Denver Broncos and played for the Minnesota Vikings in 2024. Throughout his career, he started at least 14 games per season, but only appeared in 10 last year. He was a starter in Denver and took on a more versatile role in Minnesota. Currently, he might not be seen as a starting caliber offensive lineman, but he offers solid experience as a backup. Offensive line depth remains a major concern for this team. Last year, Risner earned a 68.1 overall PFF grade on 611 snaps, with a 76.1 pass blocking grade and a 58.8 run blocking grade. While those aren't elite numbers and PFF grades aren't always the best indicator, there are positives. He allowed only 1 sack, 2 quarterback hits, and didn't commit any penalties, though he did give up 18 pressures. Another solid option is Brandon Scherff, a 5 or 6-time Pro Bowler who was a former first-round pick. He spent several seasons with his current team and played over 1,000 snaps last season. His PFF pass blocking grade was 74.5, though his run blocking grade dropped to 57.3. Notably, he didn't allow any sacks, committed just 2 penalties, and gave up 16 pressures. At about 32 years old, Scherf is a seasoned, capable player who could meaningfully improve the team's interior line depth. If a team is willing to take a chance on Jedrick Wills, a former first-round pick out of Alabama, there might still be untapped potential. Expectations were high for him to become one of the league's top tackles, but it never quite materialized. Signing him could provide an opportunity to refine his technique, improve his conditioning, and restore his confidence. So aside from being a player, he could serve as a valuable backup on the offensive line. There's also Israel Gutierrez, Austin Pleasance, and Isaac Alakan. Pleasance showed promise last year after being signed, but Wills still carries more potential. His previous stint didn't yield the expected results, and injuries became an issue. However, at Alabama, he was a standout, which justified his first-round selection. Last year, Wills earned a 52.9 overall PFF grade, with 63.6 in pass protection and 51.6 in run blocking. That's not ideal. He played only 245 snaps, allowing 3 sacks, 3 hits, 5 pressures, and committing 7 penalties. Sometimes players need time to find their rhythm, and Wills hasn't hit his stride yet. But with the right coaching, there's hope. He can fulfill the potential that once made him a top draft pick. The team doesn't expect him to start. This would be a developmental signing, an affordable depth piece for a unit that still needs help. The offensive line situation isn't ideal right now, especially with a quarterback set to earn over $50 million. As always, when significant decisions are made, I'll be here to bring you the updates. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning move that has shaken the NFL landscape, star wide receiver Tyreek Hill has arrived in San Francisco to finalize a deal with the 49ers. The explosive playmaker, known for his blazing speed and game-changing abilities, is expected to sign a multi-year contract that would immediately make him one of the cornerstones of Kyle Shanahan's offense. Hill's arrival signals the 49ers' commitment to pushing all their chips to the center of the table in pursuit of a Super Bowl title. After weeks of speculation and behind-the-scenes negotiations, Hill landed in the Bay Area under heavy media attention. Sources close to the deal indicate that both sides have been in advanced talks for days, and barring any last-minute surprises, the contract could be signed within the next 20 hours. For the 49ers, bringing in a player of Hill's caliber is more than just a roster upgrade. It's a statement of intent. San Francisco is looking to pair Hill with emerging quarterback Brock Purdy, giving the young passer a deep threat unlike any he has had before. Hill, who spent the last few seasons with the Miami Dolphins, had hinted at a potential move during the offseason, expressing a desire to play in a system that fully utilizes his speed and versatility. With Shanahan's creative offensive schemes and a playoff-ready roster, the 49ers appear to be the perfect fit. Adding Hill to a group that already includes Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey gives San Francisco one of the most dynamic offensive units in the league. While the details of the contract have not yet been released, insiders suggest it could make Hill one of the highest-paid receivers in the NFL once again. Fans in San Francisco are already celebrating the news, with many seeing this move as the final piece in their team's championship puzzle. As Tyreek Hill prepares to don the red and gold, the 49ers' Super Bowl aspirations just became much more real. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.